Hey guys, this is official Creo, or Mr. Creo if you're watching this on the graphics class. Today I've got a quick tutorial on how to make this sort of nice grungy paint splatter text in Photoshop. So this is the same sort of technique as I used in the background I made for Boo. This is probably my favorite background I've ever done. I don't know, I just really like it. But yeah, let's get started. So by the way, I just want to mention that I wouldn't say that this is an advanced tutorial, but you definitely need maybe some experience in Photoshop in order to do this, because we're going to be painting these sort of splatters around the text, and it can be a little difficult if you're a beginner. But yeah, so I'm just going to delete the splatters and the text. So I highly recommend you to use a dark background for this. It doesn't look good on a bright background. So I just made this real quick. It's like a texture with a dark sort of fade thingy, whatever it's called. But yeah, just use a dark background. You can use a plain dark gray background if you want to. By the way, this document, this Photoshop document is 1280 by 720. Alright, so now we're gonna start. So you want to have white as your foreground color, and you want to just add your text. So the font that I'm using is called Impact. I'm sure you have it, or because it's a pretty common font. But if you don't have it, I can find a download link and put it in the description for you. So yeah, as I said, it's called Impact. It looks very nice with this effect. This is also the font I used for the background. But yeah, so maybe we should make it a bit bigger and put it in the middle like this. Okay, so I want to start off by rasterizing this layer. And in the description, I will leave a link for for two nice paint splatter brushes. These brushes are the same that I'm going to be using in this tutorial, so I recommend you to download those brushes, because they'll look good and it will be easier for you to follow the tutorial. Alright, so just add those brushes to your brush list. If you don't know how to do that, you just go to this arrow right here and just click on load brushes, and then just load the brushes, as simple as that. Alright, so you want to pick one of the brushes, and you sort of want the diameter of the brush to be around the same as the width of the text. So mine looks best at around 100 pixels, because then it is sort of like the main splatter is the same diameter as the width of the text. It's kind of hard for me to explain because English is not my first language, but I hope you understand. If you compare the size of the brush to the text, the size of the letters, you probably understand. Alright, so this looks pretty good, around 100 pixels. So you want to have white as your color, as your foreground color as well. And you want to paint on the same layer as the text. You don't want to make a new layer. And then you just want to paint a little bit like this at a few random spots. So you don't want to use the same brush for everything. You want to change to another brush every now and then. So maybe use the same brush maybe 3 times, and then you change. So this is pretty good. And so you don't want to I don't know if you noticed, but you don't want to click just once like this. You can click a couple of times, maybe 3 to 4. It looks a bit better. And also you just wanna paint so that only the outer parts of the brush is shown. So you don't want to paint like this, because that it doesn't look very good. So yeah, so you want to switch to another brush every now and then, as I said, and decrease the size again, so it is as I said, the diameter pretty much the same as the width of the letters, and then just paint somewhere else on the text. And you don't want to do too much, because then it doesn't look very good. It looks pretty sloppy if you do. Maybe just one more. Okay, so that's pretty good. Now what you want to do is you want to grab your eraser tool, and again you want to choose some of the paint splatter brushes, and now you want to erase a few parts of the text, as I've done on this text right here, as you can see. So you just want to use sort of the outer sort of splatter of the brush. So you don't want to do something like this, because then it's impossible to read. You just want to use the outer parts, like something like this, as you can see. And again, for this you also want to click a couple of times, don't click just once. And maybe you can use another one. Okay, so this is pretty good. Alright, so now we're almost done. What you want to do now is you want to go to the blending options and add a gradient overlay. Angle you want 90, scale you want that to be 150, and the opacity you want to have that at 60%. Then you want to add an inner glow. For color you want white, and size around 30 to 40 works best for me. You sort of want the glow to be pretty big, but you still want to be able to see the gray parts of the text, like this. Then you want to add a drop shadow. Opacity you want that to be 100, and distance you want 0, spread around 20, and scale or size at around 15. And then you can click OK. So what I like to do is I like to add some red splatter at the bottom, as you can see that I've done here. So just make a new layer and put it below the text, and you want to have red as your foreground color. And pick your brush tool. Just want to pick a random splatter brush, and just paint a little like this. And again, you don't want to use the same time or the same brush every time, so you just want to change them a couple of times. Just one last. Alright. So that's pretty good. Now you want to change the blend mode of this layer to soft lights. And that is pretty much it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. As I said, you might need some experience in order to do this. Probably not the best tutorial for the beginners out there. And also, I'm sorry that I'm not the best at explaining stuff. As I said, English is not my first language, but I do as good as I can. I do my best. So if you like this tutorial, please click the like button below, and I would appreciate that. And if you're watching this on the graphics class, you can go ahead and subscribe to my channel. But if you're watching this on my personal channel, you can go ahead and subscribe to the graphics class. We're close to 1K so it would be cool if we could do that. But yeah, as I said, that's pretty much it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.